finals.
Thank you very much indeed. Unicorns of Love can close it out in the next game, actually, match point for them. They were talking about the Nami for Unrated, maybe going to a different pick, the AD carries. What did you identify as the main problem for SK Gaming, Dentist?
Well, I don't think that the AD carry was the main problem, but the playstyle was just playing into the favor of Unicorns of Love. They tried to go for, like, first of all, the laning phase was very slow. It was a very slow and steady game where no one could really take an advantage. But that's okay for Unicorns. They have Orianna, a huge scaling champion. They have Jinx, doesn't scale the worst neither. And then you have that scrimmage where the Cho'Gath, as Diffuse said, just does nothing. So the Shockwave has a huge impact. And the Udyr. I don't think that SK had lots of practice against the Udyr. Apparently they're not afraid of it. And now in the third game, Unicorns just pulled it out and they were base slapping around it.
Yeah, tell me a little bit of the difference, because when you guys met the Udyr first, it was with the Flash Bear Slap and the advantage early. Now he didn't get going early, but it didn't matter.
Yeah, like you put Orianna shield and you put Black shield on the Udyr, and he just gets to do anything he wants. Like he gets to pressure the backline. The backline cannot move up and walk into the Udyr, and then he just creates this zone that allows you to kill the front line. And I think one of the more contested picks going into the next game is going to be Morgana. I actually think maybe it's a good ban out of UOL because they don't have first pick going into this next game, and it's shown that they're able to have success with Morgana, but the champion Morgana itself with her Black Shield is also going to be able to shut down some of those pickoffs that you all might be able to pick up. So again, I think the Udyr running around with the double shields is extremely strong, but I don't think they should have access to it next game.
Yeah, but if you would ban the Morgana as Unicorns, then you offer that you're afraid of him. And I don't really think you should do that. You just leave everything open and just stick by your bans. It works. You got the Lucian ban, you got the Graves ban, and you put Forgiven on a champion that's not Lucian or Graves, which is good.
Yeah.
Both Caitlyn and Tristana didn't have that much of an impact on the game besides the farm that is always huge on Forgiven. So why would you change anything? Let them first pick the Morgana and just bear slap him in.
Oh no, I think you can keep the first two bans, AD carry bans, and just maybe put that third ban onto the Morgana because she shuts down the pick so well, and you can see UOL is playing the pick composition really well. But I can see the arguments for both sides.
Yeah, so yeah, then the question is if the Lulu ban is what they went for in game 1 and 2, and we know that in Rated that is arguably the champion that he's most comfortable on that bottom lane. I don't see him picking away the Thresh though from Hylissang, so that might be a calculated bet from them. Another time around when we saw in game 2, Fox on an assassin, so good. He can just roam and not necessarily kill anyone, put pressure on the lanes. Cho'Gath, not the same.
Absolutely, and it's vice versa if I would have been expected. I wanted to see both on assassins, and now Power of Evil actually performs on a damage control champion. The first game, Kog'Maw, of course, Kog'Maw can do kills by hiding and by just chasing people down, but overall it's a damage control champion. Second game, LeBlanc, no impact. Third game, Orianna, insanely skilled. I don't know what to do. Like,
hey, he missed an ultimate or two.
Yeah, that's true, but like... That was due to a flash, so come on.
Just kidding.
So yeah, it's an amazing performance by Power.
Yeah, no, Power played really well that game. But again, I think one of the reasons why he was able to excel is just kick us running around on definitely not Udyr. Just being able to create that zone, and you can see it in a lot of the fights. It's just they can't move up because the Udyr will just bear slap them. And when you're able to create that zone, your carriers are just so free, so comfortable because they know they have that zone just to get their moves off to make it happen.
Yeah, the cool thing for me, if we take a step back from individual players for the Unicorns of Love, is the fact that we say they always go in and all in, and that they don't listen to our advice at all, which is good because they just slow it down and let SK in the end make the mistakes, which is also not something I expect out of SK Gaming. Like normally they come back with that good dragon control, but they couldn't get that ball rolling either.
Especially Freddy was having a very weak performance on Shyvana. Like first of all, if you pick Shyvana without a flash, then you're very easy to pick off, and he was taking routes where it was very easy for the Udyr to just walk by, and then once he slapped you once, there's no coming back without a flash. And also he had 2 teleports where the turret was already down. Like you wasted 2 opportunities to make a play on this. For me, at that point, they already gave up.
Yeah, I think if SK is going to win this series, Freddy has to really step up because even in game 2, he's walking through unwarded jungle, not really playing to the level of play that you need to win a semi-final series. So I think if SK is going to come back into this, Freddy really needs to step up his game.
Yeah, and that's Shyvana with this. It almost feels like of course, you wouldn't play Shyvana if you couldn't take that smite and have that advantage. But still, it doesn't do all that much here in Europe. At least it hasn't worked, so maybe they should move away from that completely. It's kind of being baited into, oh, it works with smite and skirmishers, let's do it.
I have never seen a Shyvana or like a smite top lane in scrimmages because we stopped scrimming when we got thrown out. But it has
That's
to
no
work.
dedication.
That's
You gotta
no
keep
dedication.
scrimming.
No, no. But I mean, it has to work in scrimmages, and it has to be amazing in scrimmages, because otherwise I wouldn't see no reason why yesterday we saw it ban out all the time, and today it gets picked whenever it's open. So I don't know. It has to be good. It has to be. It has to have something that is very special. I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't see it either. Like game 2, Visit Chachi wasn't too impressive on it, and again this game it did nothing. So we're gonna, if they pull it out again, I want to see it do something, because it hasn't done anything. It's just been useless.
Good point, actually, for either top laners, maybe not making as much as an impact that we've come to expect of them.
Yeah, I was hoping Freddie would go for the style points. Like, oh yeah, you can't play this champion. I'll show you how to play it. But he can't play it either, apparently.
Oh, okay. Well, shots fired. Before we take a break to set up for Game 3, let's hear what you guys have been talking about on Twitter. Earlier, we asked, what is your favorite pro-champion combo used in the playoffs so far, and why? And here's what you think. Our first tweet is from @EtheringtonP. Flash Bear Slap. Kikis on Udyr was amazing. Wow, the game couldn't have been better. This tweet fit.
Absolutely. Udyr is a fun to play champion. I wish he would have picked it up.
I get it. Our second tweet.
But
Oh, you still want to say something?
Yeah,
that was
of course.
great. You should have done the drive-by.
It's not a drive-by. Udyr is a great champion to pick up. Like, no one knows how to play against it, and Kikis is just a master of the champion. He knows exactly how to maneuver with that one, and it just makes perfect sense.
Yep, beautiful. Our second tweet is from @Sunford22. Definitely Febivin on LeBlanc. He's just insane on this champion. He always wins lane and transitions well to mid-late. He was also our MVP, so...
Yeah, he just has a strong understanding of the champion and what you need to do on it. Like, LeBlanc, a lane bully, able to get the roams off the ethereal chains, very strong ability, able to lock people down. And he's able to get into those dirty areas and set up his team for the follow-up. And yeah, he just plays it really well, and his position on the champion is very, very strong.
Definitely. Maybe we'll see that in the final as well. And our last tweet is from @CJX. Hylissang plus Morgana, the Bulgarian sniper. Yeah, just exemplified it. Every single game he has it, he is deadly on it.
Nothing more to add.
Nothing more to add, indeed. Well, thank you guys very much for sending in those tweets. And remember to keep tweeting @LL Esports using that hashtag LCS to get in on the conversation. Now, the Unicorns of Love are just one game away from going to the spring finals in their very first LCS split. Stay with us and see if they can take it in Game 4 over SK Gaming to force this series to go all the way.
Don't try to change something where we don't really need to change something. You played really well the early game, you played it passive.
We just need to be a bit more careful later.
Yeah.
That's all.
We do have the confidence boost, guys, but we should get back down to earth and start focusing on the game.
Power Beaver doesn't have a lot of mana. Shockwaves though.
Shockwave hits 2 feet.
Might have been
Not
lying
able
to you,
to hit.
Trevor.
The Feral Scream doesn't connect. It's Kikis that gets first blood. Vizichachi comes in and he takes down Santa. Shockwave onto 2 tanky members of the team. Svensker is the first to fall. Reply with Freddy. Here comes Fox. Bubble onto Power of Evil. Oh, it's going to actually sustain just a little bit through. Rocket!
Love it, man.
And they look to take the series 2-1. Not giving up a single kill.